Well, hello and welcome to the Tao Manifesting Tarot, the audio edition, the edition that is designed to enhance your imagination. The number one tool in terms of quality, quick manifestations. Glad to have you here. What you're going to see on the screen for the next several minutes will be this one picture. This one picture, nothing moving. This is the tarot layout for today. And it's significant to do things that way because your mind will not be distracted with motions on a screen. Nothing affects our imagination as much as seeing pictures. And while that's good and necessary to be able to navigate around in life, when you're watching it on a screen over a period of time, it weakens your imagination. You have to acquiesce, give in to the pictures on the screen, right? Well, here, all you have is this one static picture of the tarot spread. Eventually, what that'll do is allow your mind to relax. Your imagination will increase. You can even, some people do this, close their eyes and meditate. Just listen and really create some nice connections, right? On top of that, if you decide to get up and get a cup of coffee or tea or sandwich, cereal, doesn't make any difference. You can do that too, because as you're listening, you're still benefiting tremendously. So that's the reason why we go with the audio edition, is to help you with your manifestation. So we begin with the card up front in the middle. It's the Oracle card, Time for a Nap. Very interesting. I am thinking that given what's going on in the world, people may want a nap. People love naps, really, when you get right down to it. If you do them right, about half hour, they're actually tremendously refreshing. And I think in some countries they call them a siesta. I think that's one of the most brilliant things human beings could do, take a little break in the middle of the day. But we don't do that. We just keep pounding away. But the idea of napping, time for a nap, doesn't mean that you are out of the action, that you're disconnected, that you don't care. In fact, quite the contrary. This is the time to rest and recharge. May even be a time just to stop and observe. Just watch, quietly observe yourself first, because our lives begin and end with ourselves, and then observe outside of yourself. That is a kind of rest. That is a kind of nap. It is also not a retreat. The idea here, I believe, is to rest on some level, but not retreat. Rest, not retreat. Take a nap. Revitalize. Very, very important. So we're coming up to a period, and interestingly, we're coming up to an eclipse season, and that usually, and Mercury retrograde too, I can't forget that. That usually is a good time to, if you're gonna kind of stand down, to do so. You're in in eclipse season, things are changeable. You're in a Mercury retrograde, things are changeable. It's a great time to kind of catch your breath. We're heading into that situation. I believe that taking this position, the rest position, will allow you to observe something that you just may have missed before because you're too busy. So let's begin. Front row, all the way to the left, Ten of Wands. Resting means that you're going to, in a manner of speaking, kind of put down your burdens. You're going to stop for a while. You're going to be in a kind of a neutral position. That's important. You need a time to recharge. It's like, for example, you have an electric car and the battery's ready to run out. Well, you can't run the car and the battery at the same time. You got to recharge the battery and then up and running. That's really kind of what you're doing. And the Ten of Wands says you're putting down some burdens that are not yours, that have taken the joy out of life. Ten of Wands is responsibility, but you're overwhelmed by it. You're overworked. You're really being pushed to the point where there may not be joy in your life across the board or maybe in a specific area. Something is really weighing heavy on you. Been like that for a while. You tried to tough it out, tried to work past it, but it's become incredibly more difficult in recent times. So you are ready to put down the burdens, take a break. Even getting rid of the burden puts more joy in your life. It's that powerful. And this is the time to do it. We have the next card up is the Wheel of Fortune. This is destiny. This is a turning point. Okay, it's kind of an awakening. And I think that's the best outcome if you're going to take a nap, right? That would really be exceptional, an awakening, a turning point. There's something in this period coming up where taking a rest, a nap, is going to have a profound effect. And the next two cards kind of emphasize that. We have the Ace of Swords and Ace of Pentacles. Aces are the beginning of each of the groupings, and they're all about you. And of course, we're talking about you because we're talking about manifesting. Ace of Swords says that you're thinking clearly. There are breakthroughs coming. And the Ace of Pentacles says that you are looking at some kind of, prosperity, I guess, because we are talking pentacles. But remember, pentacles are things that you value. You are going to have some insight in terms of what you value. Ace of Swords, Ace of Pentacles. This is why you need to take the nap. You put down those burdens, and you begin to see yourself without those burdens, without those obstacles. You see yourself plugged into a better life. Maybe it's just knowing that you got to put down the burdens, that you got to, that's enough. I'm not carrying them anymore. Maybe that's the big deal, but I think it's more. Rest, not retreat. Take that nap. Let's go up to the second row here. We begin with the Four of Cups. You have to do this, take this nap, and it really would be advantageous to do so, because what's happened is you've lost interest. Emotionally, there is no enthusiasm in life. You don't have any motivation. It's just day after day after day. In some area of your life, maybe your entire life, you're just going through the motions. That's why you need to take that nap. To stop, observe yourself, reconnect. And you're going to have that possibility, no question about it, coming up within the next month. We're looking at the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands show an acceleration, movement forward, action. You're going to come to an insight. You're going to gain some insight as to how you can make your life mean more to you. And you're going to do that, I think, in large part by helping out remove the clutter. Because the Seven of Cups is, as well as many other things, it is confusion. Too many choices. Or when we go back to the idea of the Ten of Wands, too many burdens, too many other things going on. They just distract you, keep you locked in. And at this point, you're on burnout. You just don't care. You're bored. You're going through the motions. But there is something, an element coming. And in fact, to confirm that, we have Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands is creativity, beginnings, inspiration, enthusiasm. You are looking to put some enthusiasm back into your life. You've just been going through the motions, figuring that, if I just tough it out, rough it out, I'll come out the other side. And while to some degree that's true, you have to move forward with some purpose, some vision. And you've lost that vision. Four of Cups. Seven of Cups. You've lost that. You're disconnected from your own feelings. And so what we're looking at here, the final card, up top in the middle, another important card is the vice versa card, and it's the 9 of Wands. You are determined to plug back into a life that means something to you. It may not mean the same thing to everybody, obviously, but there are different parts, different pieces of your life that you've just surrendered or buried or ignored, whatever. And at this point, it really has become an overload. It has become a burden. And so you're ready to let it go, or will be in the process as we head into eclipse season, Mercury retrograde. You're going to see this stuff. That's why the idea of resting, taking a nap, is so very, very important. By doing that, it will allow you to see things that you've just been too busy to pay attention to. And these are critical things. So, time for a nap. It's coming. It's coming. And remember, it's a rest, not retreat. This is just falling back, reviewing, revamping, and then moving forward with a whole new approach. A little bit of enthusiasm, positivity in your life. Sounds good? So that's the read for today. Back tomorrow we will be with another Manifesting Tarot reading. Hope you're here with me. But if not, between now and the next time you and I get together and manifest tarot together, peace and blessings.